Now is the time to start looking for employment as graduation is soon approaching for us juniors and seniors. But, as we all are aware, we are currently in a global pandemic, and one thing that's important for looking for employment in a global pandemic is guaranteed employment, such as job security, to last even after the pandemic. One solution to that would be to look for employment at the two companies that are leading the charge to develop a vaccine, Moderna and Pfizer. The two companies will be compared on their size and history, market potential, ability to compete, financial analysis, corporate culture, and any negatives associated with the two companies. According to Aaron Kurtz, Moderna was founded 10 years ago in 2010 in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The company currently has around 1,000 employees. They were originally founded by Flagship Engineering. They commercialized stem cell research and developed a new method of modifying RNA. According to Melody Peterson, Pfizer was founded in 1849 in New York City, New York. Today they have roughly around 90,000 employees. They were originally founded by Charles Pfizer. They used to be a chemical business and has expanded and grown through multiple mergers. According to Louis Navalier, Moderna plans to administer 300 million vaccines by January with $1 billion in support from the government. For every 500 million people, Moderna will end up making around $37 billion in revenue. And with that information, it is a given that the company's stock is on the rise. According to Allison Gatlin, the CEO of Pfizer predicts an annual revenue growth of 6% over the next 5 years. He also predicts that the earnings per share will increase 10% every year. The U.S. government has bought 100 million doses with the option to buy another 500 million for Pfizer. Moderna, the top competitors of Moderna are Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and BioNTech. Moderna receives the most amount of funding from the government, but ends up generating the least amount of revenue. Currently, they are working with the government on Operation Warp Speed, a multi-billion-dollar program to get the COVID-19 vaccine out to the public. For Pfizer, the top competitors are Moderna, Sanofi, and AstraZeneca. Every company has different types of vaccines and manufacturing abilities, but Pfizer is a multinational pharmaceutical giant that can produce at will. According to a Wall Street Journal article, Moderna has a debt-to-asset ratio of 0.08, a current ratio of 7.89, which means that the company is very liquid. But in 2019, the company had negative $500 million in net cash flow, and the dollar per share amount decreased by $1.42. The last quarter, though, in this year, Moderna had $873 million in free cash flow and an additional $2.26 per share. And you can see that the stock value has increased by over 750% in the last 3 years. For Pfizer, according to another Wall Street Journal article, Pfizer has a debt-to-asset ratio of 0.22, a current ratio of 0.88. It's not the best, it's not very liquid, but the company, since they're so established, it doesn't really matter that much. They ended 2019 with $16.2 million in net income. They have a return on assets of 9.95%, and the stock value has increased steadily around 16% over the last 3 years. So, according to Damien Gard, Moderna has achieved multiple fundraising records, but the main problem with Moderna is that they have a toxic work environment that has pushed away a lot of the top talent in the field. The CEO is very impatient with unavoidable setbacks with science, and has a really bad ego problem. Multiple head executives have quit over the last 4 years. The company also has pretty good professional development programs, which is nice. And according to Albert Bertro, Pfizer has a very passionate CEO, multiple retirement and financial benefits such as pension and welfare benefits, multiple health and insurance benefits. They also have education and training, tuition reimbursements, and a very casual atmosphere. So for the negatives of the companies, located in Cambridge, Massachusetts, Moderna that would be a tremendous relocating issue and a higher cost of living for someone like me in North Carolina. The CEO has a very difficult approach to operating the company, not very appealing. Several head employees have quit over the years, raises eyebrows, and very little to no clinical data to back up any of the company's claims for their fundraising efforts. Pfizer they do not have a relocation issue because they have a location in North Carolina. But the main thing with Pfizer is that they have had to deal with multiple settlements over the years and had to deal with the baggage and settlements from the companies that they have merged with as well. So for my recommendations, for someone who is in a financial or accounting field, soon to be graduate, out of these two companies, I would suggest Pfizer as the preferred choice of employment because they are the more established company. They have a better work environment and better perks. And Pfizer currently has an operation in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, with an opening position for a financial analysis. So thank you.